Good morning folks, welcome back to my channel. Today right now we are somewhere near Dhordo and right now we are heading towards Banni Grassland. Actually I searched it I guess a year or two ago and I lost the track of where actually that place was. So today we'll be heading towards that particular place and take a look at how Banni Grassland looks like, and also we'll be testing the CBR's efficacy as an off-roader. So let's go. Right now it's May month and downpour is really scanty in these areas. Specifically if you ask me, in Kutch you will get first shower somewhere around middle of July or something as such, and if you are really lucky enough you may find the first shower in June itself. It depends largely upon the onset of monsoon in this particular region, which may be delayed due to some reason or the other. However, you will hardly find any kind of shower or even a sigh of relief in the month of May, and that's the reason that all these area you are seeing in front of me is parched. You'll hardly see any kind of grass or for that matter grassland, although there will be presence of tiny mounds of discrete grass patches, which is not really sufficient for animals to graze upon, and that's why it can't really be relied upon as a pasture land. The grey patch that you are seeing in front of us is the Banni Grassland. The word Banni comes from the Hindi and Sanskrit word Banai, meaning made. The land here was formed from the sediments that were deposited by the Indus and other rivers over thousands of years. Old villagers from this region say that before 1819 run of Kutch earthquake, the river Indus flowed right through the Banni and the local farmers reaped a rich harvest of crop like red rice and sindhi chukha etc. The red rice was the staple diet of the people of the region, and it was even recommended by medical practitioners as the light diet for ailing people. However, since the earthquake of 1819, the river Indus changed its course and now flows through Sindh in neighboring country of Pakistan, effectively turning this entire region arid. The Banni Grassland is peculiar to run of Kutch. It has some 40 Sindhi-speaking Maldhari or for that matter cattle breeder hamlets, home to Halaya Potra, Hingora, Hingorja, Jat and Modua tribes. It was first declared a protected forest in May 1955 using the nomenclature of the Indian Forest Act 1927. Since then, the actual transfer of land from the Revenue Department to the Forest Department has not been completed. As I've already shown in my previous videos, and in this video also, you can see you don't really find too many human presence in the wilderness of Kutch, and that's partially because they don't really live in this kind of wilderness owing to lack of water and other amenities. And that's sufficient reason for you guys to carry ample amount of water with you, as if you are getting a stranded at this particular place, you're not going to find any kind of human help any soon. And if you are not having a frugal vehicle for such an exploration, such as a vehicle which can do something like 100 or 200 miles on a single fill, then you need to carry a few jerry cans too. As in my case, I'm riding 2014 model Honda CBR 250R, which returns me a pretty good mileage, and a full tank of fuel is sufficient for it to graze through all this grassland and return me back to my home. Although a street bike, or for that matter racetrack bike if you want to call it so, it has performed so far very well in this wilderness, and you may complain that okay, there are not too many undulations and rough patches on this particular flatland. However, still if you take some of the bike which are having really low ground clearance, you will find it difficult to scale these flat plains. It was a great bike when it was launched, it still is a great bike, and it will definitely be a great bike in future too. The cost of spare parts are really high at times, but the durability of the same is really high compared to any other motorbike in this particular category. Folks, that would be all for the day, and yes, be prepared for such kind of explorations in advance if you are trying to do so, as these places are not really that friendly in terms of various facilities that you may find otherwise while you are exploring or touring, and you may land into different kind of troubles if you are venturing into such areas, so be prepared for that. Also, I would like to add that not really a specific bike is required for such kind of explorations. You can go for any bike as long as you are well aware of its mechanicals and its troubles. So that would be all from my side today. Stay tuned for more. Till the next time, build it, ride it.